So they carry on in Phoenix Park, and people might not know what I'm talking about. So let me fill you in. Leo Farquhar, and his infinite wisdom, him and his chums decided to go into the Phoenix Park, and you obviously not listen. Like he's contradicted himself, and it's terrible for a leader to do. Any leader, to say one thing and then do it themselves. So he was beside his chums. There was four of these chums, and he was beside them. No social distancing. What he was blathering on for the last few months about and telling the local authorities, bullying local authorities into enforcing it. And he's doing it himself. So maybe he should maybe get a few fines for it because obviously, like you couldn't make this up. You really just couldn't make it up. Like him there with his shirt off, him talking to his chums with right beside each other. And now, before we say anything else, he's entitled to, a few minutes off. He's entitled to a bit of a break from, obviously, it is stressful being Taoiseach. I'm not going to lie to people. You're dealing with a good bit. Obviously, I don't think he really cares too much about it. But it is stressful. It is stressful because there's a lot of things to deal with. I know myself in local town, there is a good bit of stuff to deal with. You're entitled to a small break, of course you are. But, the way he was going with it, there was no need for him to bring about 50 of his cronies with him. To stand around in the Phoenix Park and no social distancing. I wouldn't mind it. Like he contradicted himself terribly, and for a leader for country, especially when there's over 1,600 dead, from this virus, to have his shirt off, and people in that park could have lost a loved one, God forbid, to this virus, and him there, I wouldn't mind, but he should, as a politician, you should have, at least be dignified dressed. To show a bit of respect, to people who have lost their lives. Understand, he needs a break. Everybody needs a break. He's a human, obviously. Humans can't run without fresh air. I don't, I wouldn't take, I'm not giving out about that. He's entitled to go for wherever he wants to. But it's just the fact that he showed, he contradicted himself so badly. Because one minute he's saying, everybody, he's giving out to the people of Ireland, if you don't social distance, you're going to spread this virus. Use the terrible people of Ireland, not listening to the rules that we're giving you. And then the next minute he's, like if it's good for the goose, and I always say this, my grandmother, God forbid, always used to say this, and God bless her soul. She used to always say that if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. And simple as that, if it's good for the only people, it's good for him, to do it. To social distance, and that's what I mean. It's all right. If I was Taoiseach and if I said, social distance, I would do it. I would do the same as the only people of Ireland. I would do the same thing as everybody else. But apparently he thinks he's above it. And obviously his four chums, I don't know who he was. I think it was his boyfriend, the person was beside him, and some other people. That's just not on. It's just not on. Like 1 minute you're dictating to the people of Ireland, saying, do this because the virus was spread, and then he's doing it himself. Like, it doesn't really make much sense. I'm sure people would agree. And then obviously with his shirt off, not really, it's all right if it was on a beach or something like that, but it was in the middle of the Phoenix Park. At least I say something about Michael D. Higgins. At least Michael D. Higgins wouldn't go around with his shirt off. He would wear his suit and he would wear his, at least he would look a bit of respectful, as a leader of the country. As the highest office in the land, at least he'd look a bit of respectful. Especially when there's people as we speak now, there's people dying of this virus, and there's people dying of other illnesses, at the moment of time because of the lack of treatment going on at the moment across for everything. And there's other people suffering because then we have to show a bit of respect. At the end of the day, that's all people really want. It's just a small bit of respect, and it's the same. And I'm sure people are very, and he should resign over this. Because he contradicted himself very, very badly. And it's simple as that, he absolutely just contradicted himself very, very badly. I don't mind if he went out for a walk, I would say, that's okay, I have no problem with that, taking a break from, obviously his office and duties and everything like that. I wouldn't have a problem with that, I might as well say straight. But it's just the fact he showed disrespect, because them people beside him, they took the photo, took the video, God forbid, could have lost a loved one to this virus, and have the Taoiseach standing across from him with his shirt off, not really a care in the world. Looks like he didn't have a care in the world. And as I say again, he's entitled to a break, but the way he was having it, it was like he was having a jolly. It's like it was just normal day. It was like normal business to him. I would be, if I was Taoiseach, at least I'd be a bit concerned. At least I would have, at least in the first place, I would, obviously tell whoever was with me, keep your distance, because the rest of the people who were in the park, and the guards are wandering around dictating to people, keep the social distancing, and he's allowed to talk with his jollies, as much as he wants. Like, that's just not on. As simple as that. If it's good for the only people found who pay your wages, then it's good for you, Leo. And that's the thing. That's the biggest problem I have with it, because you were dictating to people, saying it's going to spread if you don't social distance and the rest of this. And then it's important giving people personal space, because I do know myself, and I said in my other video that I used to be on top of people talking to them. And that might have made people uncomfortable just being right up in their face. So now I kind of just say it's good to have a few meters away anyway, because you're up on top of people. You don't want to be up on top of people all the time. And I'm generally, when I'm talking to people, I don't know what I'm doing. I always get closer to them to listen to them. So at least now that's kind of changed my outlook. But yeah, Leo, you made a huge show of yourself. Anyway, thank you for watching.